Welcome to the channel, everybody. Coming to you with an update in the market. Getting over here and looking at a little bit of news. We see the market rallying. That's going to bring you a little update on why. A little announcement yesterday from Trump on the Iran war.
Now, have some breaking news on Live Now from Fox as President Trump says a deal between the United States and Iran is, quote, now complete, calling on this a ceasefire, as you can see on social media from Rapid Response, saying a deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to all. I hereby fully authorize the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz and simultaneously here within authorize the immediate removal of the United States naval blockade ships of the world. Start your engines, let the oil flow. This from President Donald Trump. So this coming in as there were a little bit speed bumps through the final checkered flag of this, but they are moving through with this deal, as we have heard from also Pakistan saying the United States and Iran have reached an agreement to end the war. Trey Ying's talking about this as the Pakistani Prime Minister. They have facilitated a lot of this, saying it has moved through. And we also want to give some more details about what's involved. Phil Stewart from Reuters saying President Trump issuing that statement, immediately confirming what the Wall Street Journal reported on Sunday, telling the Journal that the deal will either be signed by electronically or by himself or Vice President J.D. Vance. So still unsure about some exact details about this, not necessarily available or made, as the signing will be Friday in Switzerland. It's not clear how quickly the strait might reopen to all traffic. The U.S. previously said it would ease its blockade of Iranian ports as the strait reopens and would agree to relax sanctions to allow Iran to sell more of its oil and strengthen its battered economy. So this is a key hurdle to get through. The next one, that window to negotiate about the key issue at large, those being nuclear capabilities. And we also saw some potential issues today on Sunday as President Trump urging no attacks by Israel or Iran after Israel's military earlier today launched strikes on Hezbollah targets in Beirut, Lebanon, potentially complicating the finalization of this deal that just went through. So obviously Fox News, Trey Ying's reporting that he spoke to the president, saying they still expected an agreement to be made, and now that is what we have in earnest, in full. So some major developments here on Live Now from Fox around a complete deal to have a ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. They will reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and that will certainly ease some tensions and pressures in the region around the global world economy. Next up is determination about what the MOU looks like, what the next seal of negotiations are around those nuclear capabilities. But a monumental moment today on President Trump's 80th birthday, as this will be a lot of celebration around the United States, a deal reached between the U.S. and Iran. Again, just here on Live Now from Fox, as he says, hereby authorizing the toll-free opening of the Strait of Hormuz, saying they will immediately remove the U.S. naval blockade, saying start your engines, let...
So there you have it on the push-up in the crypto market. With an announcement coming yesterday, that was 14 hours ago. They said they have come to an agreement. They're going to sign the paperwork at the end of the week. Yet we'll see that by the end of the week where that's at. So keeping the fingers crossed as we see the market push up. We see over here on the XRP it's pushing up pretty good at $1.24, up 8.32%. But I'm still holding in my Canton network. It's only up 2.13%, sitting at a 16.5 cent. So by looking at what Canton's doing, I do feel like that we're gonna have a push up and then we're gonna have a major drop. on Bitcoin later in the week. I do see this setting up to liquidate a lot of people. It's just coming to you on the real truth in hand. We got a bearish setup sitting up here, as we can see on the, we're making higher highs, higher lows, but necessarily this does not show me that we are going to continue this rally. We do need to see a major pullback and let it hold this area of support around 64,000. We'd love to see this pull back to 64,000, retest, and then go up from there. But with this steady climb, and we got economic data coming out too this week, I don't see we could get this little bounce right here, this relief rally on the Bitcoin and the alts, but I don't see it. Bitcoin is in a bear market. Yeah, we will go up on the good news, but we're going to fall much harder on the next drop down. Bitcoin just does what Bitcoin does every 4 years in the cycle. And just good news, you have relief bounces. You do Bitcoin will push up, forming this bearish pattern that you see here on the chart. We went up, we come down, we went up 1, 2, and one. The next one, we're gonna see a major drop on Bitcoin. So, you'll hear all over content creators that the bull market is back in swing. You'll see the push up on XRP, the content jump up. We're going to all-time new highs. The bear market's over with, but the bear market is still in full effect. So be cautious of what you hear and what you follow. I'm looking at the overall market now. I do still look at Bitcoin, but I do, because it's real utility being, I do follow Canton Network. And Canton Network is telling, overall pushing up a little bit from the market pushing up. People might be, could be FOMOing in, buying in, and pushing the price up a little bit on Canton Network. Canton Network ain't jumping into a lot of hype on the news on this war. So it tells me that it's hype outside of Canton Network, that we could be seeing a pullback to areas that we could be pulling back to 64,000 on Bitcoin somewhere along the way. And then if we don't get a reaction there, a strong reaction on the pullback, Bitcoin's going much further. So yeah, it's nice to hear good news that the war's coming to an end, but it's not going to help Bitcoin much in this bear market. So just be careful of that. I just want to bring you the news and tell you to be careful in the market, because it's setting up to liquidate a lot of people. So if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Till then, God bless you.